Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Villarreal 2, Real Madrid 3. The comeback kings, as they would say. And yeah, it's a good comeback, but there's a lot more to it than just being 2-0 down and coming back to 3-2. Some questions about the team defensively. We know we got goals in us. If we really need to, we can rely on the Vinis, the Benzemas, maybe even a player like Dani, Ceballos or Militao, who were incredible. We gotta give credit to players like Ceballos and Militao, right? Because they aren't going to be your famously known goal scorers like Benzema or Vini, but they have stepped up today and gotten us a comeback, gotten us to the next round of the Copa del Rey, the Copa de España, and it's a huge one. We won't be talking about the next round as well, but I want to talk about the game, and I'm gonna pose some questions to Real Madrid fans, maybe the players as well. And this question should be asked to the players: why were we in a position that we were 2-0 down and we had to come back? Now, you look at the previous games, and I've been saying it for a while now. Last review against Barcelona, I've been saying it. Look at our last 5-6 games. None of it have been spectacular or even good performances. You can't tell me beating Real Madrid or Cacerino were incredible performances, because it wasn't incredible performances. It was games we probably expected to win, and we won it narrowly. We just about got the job done. But, as we've been saying for a long time now, you know what? We got the win, we got the result, it's fine. And then you got into playing against the top sides now. The Villarreal, even the Valencia, and the Barcelona, our last 3 games. We lost the Villarreal, we lost the Barcelona, we beat Valencia on penalties, because if there was a game in the Liga, we would have drawn it. And then against Villarreal, we went 2-0 down, and I was like, that's it, that's over. 2-0 down, we're not going to get back. Maybe you get 1 goal back, and that will be it. That will literally be it. We're not going to get back. We're going to lose 2-1 again. But I've got to give credit to the fighting spirit of the players, and the players like Militao, the Ceballos, the Vinis, even Benzema played relatively well to an extent, for getting it back. But we should not be 2-0 down. No disrespect, we know what Villarreal are capable of, but if you want to be a side who is winning major trophies, you cannot be a side constantly going 2-0 down, or even just a goal down. We are not going to be able to get back to 3-2 if we are going to go to 2-0 down every game, right? We've got Liverpool in February. Do you think going 2-0 down to Liverpool, we will be able to score 3 goals, right? Or just any game in general. Any game in general, when you go 2-0 down, you're not always going to score 3 goals. We were lucky, we were fortunate to score 3 goals. But we're not going to have that luck, that fortune, every game. So we've got to work on defensively. We've got to work on something that we can control. Luck and fortune, we can't control. Only defending and doing the right thing defensively, we can control. We can work on it, and we have to work on it. I've said it now. Ancelotti has to change something. Maybe the way he plays, maybe the players he chooses. Something has to change, and we have seen something change. Dani Ceballos deserves to start against Bilbao. Based on the way he played today, he was vital. He was vital for all 3 goals. The first goal, he played a nice 1-2 with Benzema to let Vini through. We'll talk about that later on. The second goal, he put a good crossing for Benzema. His header was saved, but Militao scored a rebound. The third goal, he scored. That's 2 pre-assists. They weren't his assists, but technically he contributed. He created the chances, and he scored 1 as well. That is at least an 8.5, 9 out of 10 performance from Ceballos, in my opinion. That was really, really good performance. Incredible. He deserves the credit. Militao played quite well as well, really, really well. Even though we did concede 2 goals, but it wasn't entirely down to him as well. Courtois made a huge save. He played quite well, as he always does. He's always so crucial to us. He makes such good saves that even if we lose, we have to say Courtois did really, really well, because he tried the best he could, but he just wasn't out there, or the defense was letting us down. However, like I said, going 2-0 down and scoring 3 to make it 3-2 isn't a long-term solution. We can have it for one game, maybe 2 games, but we're not going to have it for every game. And based on how we're playing, we are going to go 2-0 down every game. So we have to change it, right? We have to change it. Let's talk about the first goal scored by Ethan Capuy. Obviously, we know him from last season. Scored against Liverpool, I believe, as well, if I'm not wrong. But smashes it past Courtois. Not many goalkeepers, if not any, are gonna save that. That is one hell of a shot with so much power in it. Really, really good goal. That, yeah, like I said, not many goalkeepers in this world is gonna save it. And arguably the best goalkeeper of 2022 isn't even able to save it, right? So fair enough. Second goal was scored by Chukwueze, putting them 2-0 up. He was led through 1v1. That is the goal I'm disappointed in, because the centre backs, I don't know what they were doing. They let him through and he just hits it down the middle, but above Courtois. And it's a good goal. 2-0. Again, you have to say there's a deserved 2-0 lead to Villarreal. They deserve that goal as well. Defensively, we were all over the place. All over the place. In centre halves, I have no idea what they were doing for the second goal. But another good save there from Courtois, denying Alberto Moreno's long-range effort. But then we got into action. We scored our first goal, like I said, nice passing, Benzema and Ceballos, and then sliding Vini through on a 1v1. He just wrote the ball past, I think that's Jurgensen as their goalkeeper. No idea who he is, but he scored to make it 2-1. We go back into the game at 2-1 after, like I said, some nice passing between Benzema and Ceballos, which slid Vini through, who just wrote the ball home. And then Ceballos once again picking out really, really good cross into Benzema. Good save by, I believe it's Jurgensen. And then couldn't manage to clear it, and Militao was there to tap it home. And then late on, 86 minutes in, Asensio cuts the ball in back for Ceballos, manages to keep it out, or keep it in play, sorry. Cuts it back to Ceballos, who just put into the bottom corner beyond the reach of Jurgensen, which sealed the comeback. Overall, I've got to say, it's a good comeback. You know, coming back in a game where you are losing, you know, obviously it's a good thing. However, like I said at the start, we shouldn't even be in a position to make ourselves worry about the comeback. We shouldn't be 2-0 down. That's all it takes, basically. And we can't be 2-0 down. If we are 2-0 down, we can't constantly get 3 goals and win 3-2 every game. We know it won't happen. So we have to work on it defensively, and hopefully things change against Bilbao. But some key takeaways: Ceballos has to start against Bilbao. He was incredible. And let's talk about the next draw in the next round. The draw for the next one. It's Atletico Madrid. It's a Madrid derby, and the draw hasn't been kind for us. We're getting Villarreal in the 4th round, and we're getting Atletico Madrid in the next round. I mean, bring it on. Bring it on. It's a Madrid derby. I mean, Atletico aren't in a fantastic place as well. But, like I said, if you're going to play the way we're playing defensively, right, we're going to get smashed by Atletico. Because Simeone's football, we all know it, dirty football. 3 at the back, plays super defensively, basically have 3 centre backs, 2 defensive wing backs, with probably 2 defensive midfielders as well, and maybe like 3 or 4 up top. He is going to play very, very, very defensive. We know that, right? We know how he plays. And if we are not going to play that way, and let's say you are Atletico Madrid, and one of the defenders doesn't play well, you have 2 other defenders to make it up for it. If we have one of our defenders not playing well, or one of our centre backs, who is going to make up for it? Our other centre back. So They have an advantage, but they will not be going as attacking like we know as a Villarreal or Barcelona. They've obviously just signed Memphis Depay. We know they've got players like Correa and Griezmann and Carrasco who could do damage, but I'm confident about that one. But let's look forward to the next game. We take it step by step, right? Atletico will be later on, but the next game is against Bilbao. I look at Bilbao and I go, they have one player I really fear. Pace, Inaki Williams. His brother, Nico Williams. A creative player. When we played Villarreal first time, who was the player who we couldn't manage to stop in the heart of the midfield? Parejo. There's one player who is similar. Iker Munain. He could do that job. Right? Whether he plays on the left or in the middle, I think it makes sense to play him through the middle as number 10. But he could be a huge player for them in that midfield role. I don't know about their injuries and who's out, who's not fit, but Iker Munain is going to be huge, right, in that midfield. Ander Herrera is in there as well, obviously from PSG. The back line is okay, relatively good, but nothing special. So, and obviously they've got Unai Simon in goal, but for me, Inaki Williams, Nico Williams, and Iker Munain, especially Munain, you have to look out for. When we played Villarreal, we knew that we couldn't let Parejo do what he did, which he ended up doing anyways, but it's going to be a pretty similar situation in the midfield to dictate the midfield. Because it depends who you play in the midfield. Are we going to play Ceballos? Is Tchouaméni going to be back? Because obviously he was out, he was watching the NBA, and obviously it's not good conduct. When a team is playing, I'm pretty sure he was not fit or injured, but you can't be just going out to watch the NBA and stuff like that while your team is playing. It's a bit disrespectful, and obviously it's apologized for it, fair enough. But who's going to play in the midfield? Is Tchouaméni going to be back? Is Cruz going to be playing? Modric is going to be playing? Valverde is going to be playing? Maybe Camavinga, who has been rumoured to join Arsenal, by the way. Incredible. I mean, we'll be a fool if we let Camavinga go to Arsenal. We have been beaten once by Arsenal for Odegaard. Right? Odegaard, look how well he's doing for Arsenal in that system. Right? Camavinga is going to go in. He's going to be playing Granit Xhaka. He's going to go next to Thomas Partey. It's going to be a midfield duo, a pivot of Camavinga Partey. It's going to be Partey for them. I'm sorry for that. But if we let that happen, oh my days, we can't. Camavinga, I know it's not nice sitting on the bench, but you are at the best club in the world. Again, I know a lot of players nowadays, they want to play, right? Camavinga would rather play week in, week out for Arsenal than be on the bench for Real Madrid. It makes sense, but it's his second season. He knows eventually he'll get in. That's if we don't sign Bellingham, because if we sign Jude Bellingham, it's over, right? It's Bellingham, it's Valverde, it's Tchouaméni. It's over for ya. So Camavinga has to wait till Modric and Cruz step down. But by that time, maybe Bellingham joins. So again, I think Camavinga, for himself, it makes sense to go to Arsenal. The project is exciting. They're under a good manager like Arteta. They're doing really well. I said in the last review, I see Xavi as the next Guardiola. Arteta as well. He's doing insanely for Arsenal. Right? He's rivaling his mentor essentially. Remember, Arteta was with Guardiola at City as assistant. He's left, he went to Arsenal, now he's beating his teacher essentially in Guardiola. And yeah, that project is exciting, really exciting. Camavinga could be attracted to it. Game time, exciting project, living in London, going to the Premier League, it sort of hinders to a move. But I wish we could just play him more and give him that guarantee that you will be a starter in the future. So don't leave, because Camavinga is a good player. He's a good player. Are we going to let him leave just 2 seasons in? That would be a pretty dumb thing to do. However, the comeback against Villarreal is a good comeback. We can't just say, oh, it's a good comeback, let's just pretend that there aren't defensive problems, because there are. You know, it's easy to just brush it off and go for the easy route in life. I have a book that I've recently gotten, and you know, it's easy to find excuses to brush things off and just, you know, it's because it's the easy way in life. But I just like, nah, it's fine. It's not my fault anyways, right? And things like that. Ah, it's fine. We won anyways, right? Things like that that won't make you improve. If we want to improve as a team, we can't be having the mentality of it's fine. We've won. It's fine. Defensively, we played poorly, but we have won. It's fine, right? We can't have that mentality. That mentality is poor. So I hope things change. Hopefully it does. But hope you guys have enjoyed today's review. Hit the like button if you guys did. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.